And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 51 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On a slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Play fake. Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10, Winston. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now...
And he's got it! Touchdown, Saints! Michael Thomas with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight.
And the Saints add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 39 yards.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
First down, Mills. Cooks on the quick slant. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. 1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
To throw, Mills.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Flush to his right.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To throw again on second down. Winston. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Winston to Thomas, and it's a New Orleans first down. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week, and well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Desmond King making the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A busy night continues for Kamara.
83 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defensive penalty.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done.